This is Dub Revolution. This is Dub music to rock the nation.
The one there, Roots Country.
What's say? What's say?
You see, your root selector, your root
You're
selector.
listening to
U-Jah-Siri Riddim session.
Welcome people to Chapter 7 of the U-Jah-Siri Riddim sessions with your root selector, Professor Juicy. Lovely track here from the Black Ark and Lee Scratch Perry getting us going. This is Trinity of Life, sung by the Divine Brothers, written by Bobby Melody, and put out on his 1989 album, Excalibur Man.
Happiness in me now is dada. Prosperity in me now is dada.
Lovely track to get us going. Got another great track. This is from King Tubby. It's called Carefree Dub. Came out in 1975 on his Shalom Dub album. And it's a version of the Mighty Diamonds' Carefree Girl, which also came out in 75. This is a King Tubby classic.
Ooh, yeah. Do you want to spend your life wasting time? Just a carefree girl, yeah.
Got a nice lineup ready for this session. Going to play quite a lot of Augustus Pablo and Jacob Miller from the Rockers period, but we're going to mix it up with a bit of rock steady from Duke Reed and a bit of dancehall from Ja Woosh and some more recent stuff from Ted Sirota and Scientist.
Just a carefree girl, yeah.
Lovely, lovely dub track that. Okay, before we get on to Augustus Pablo and some of that stuff, let's go back to the 60s and have a real classic from Lee Perry and Joe Gibbs when those two were working together. This is by the Pioneers, it's called Long Shot, and it's about a racehorse. What a classic tune, and it's great to see that evidence of the Lee Perry Gibbs collaboration. There's another version of this, came out in '68, called Jackpot. I think that was after Lee Perry had split up with Joe Gibbs. But what I'm going to play now is an even later version called Long Shot Kick the Bucket, which was put out in '69 after the racehorse Long Shot died, and was produced by Leslie Kong.
Get up in the first race, and it go
What a great track, and it's so cool that you've got three of the great producers of that period involved in that track in some way: Joe Gibbs, Lee Perry, Leslie Kong. Let's move over to Augustus Pablo now. This is from his classic King Tubby Meets Rockers Uptown. It's called Stop Them Jah from 1976. Augustus Pablo had such a big influence on dub during this period, which continues today. If you were only to get one album of Augustus Pablo, it would be this one, King Tubby Meets Rockers Uptown. Enjoy. Alright, nice. We're going to come back to Augustus Pablo shortly, but let's go to 1992 and Jah-Whoosh. This is from his Dubplate Specials album. It's called Warning Rude Boy.
Before Jah word pass away, heaven and earth man will move away, and Jah not go do that no way. This is a warning. This is a warning until you know Jah calling. I see you get up every day, man, and then you got to pray. You got to pray, man, each and every day, cause the way how Babylon stays is a warning. Jah calling. Cause Jah calling on the youth, man, because they're strong. Right now, me said them are gonna live long. This is a warning. Tell you, Jah calling. Yes, Jah calling. Hear me this warning. Because before one of Jah word passed away, heaven and earth man will move away. And the judge not go do that this day. This is a warning. Jah calling. You say fi dash away your bag of vanity, and dash away your hypocrisy, and dash away your easy man, and dash away your schism. Jah calling. Okay. This is a warning. You know Jah calling. Jah just said I and I, as prophet on earth, right you know me say we not go eat dirt, and until you move your blouse and skirt, this is a warning. You know,
I've grown to really love this album because, you know, coming out in '92 when dancehall was going in all sorts of directions, Jah was really playing a rootsy vibe and reworking a lot of the rhythms from the 1970s. This has got a great dub version coming up just now. Alright, let's go back to the Rockers period, Horace Swabby, Augustus Pablo. This is a track by Jacob Miller. It's called Each One Teach One. Came out in 1975. It's got a really nice dub version, in fact 2 that I'm going to play. Enjoy.
Tomorrow may not be the same day. Oh yeah. Hold your head up high and we will all be free. So now, each one teach one, you got to. Each one teach one, I just don't know why. Some people out keep us down. Each one teach one, you got to help them, my friend. So now, each one teach one, you got to. Each one teach one.
Jacob Miller rightly deserves his place in the Reggae Hall of Fame. He was first recorded by Cox and Dodd in the late 60s and then was noticed by Horace Swabby at his brother and played on their sound system, and then Augustus Pablo, that is Horace Swabby, recorded him a couple of great tracks, including this one. Sadly, Jacob Miller was killed in a car accident in 1980 with his son, apparently after leaving Bob Marley's house where he'd been drinking. What a great loss, but what a great talent and what a great contribution to reggae music.
But we shall be each one teach one, you got to. Each one teach one, I just don't know why. No, yeah, you got to. Each one teach one now. No, you got
It's kind of appropriate to drop in a sample from Bob Marley there because they worked together a lot and they went on tour together. This track, the dub I'm playing now, is from his Jacob Miller's Keep On Knocking album, produced by Augustus Pablo, and then I'm going to play another version also by Augustus Pablo and King Tubby from the King Tubby Meets Rockers Uptown. That's coming up just a moment. It's funny, I was just talking about Jacob Miller with a good friend of mine, Fraser, who plays with a well-known reggae band here in South Africa. Apart from his solo career, Jacob Miller was also a lead singer for the band Inner Circle and was cousin to Maxi Priest, the great British reggae artist.
When we tried this life, we want for
Okay, let's have the King Tubby Augustus Pablo dub from their album King Tubby Meets Rockers Uptown. This one is called Each One Dub.
Tomorrow may not be the same. Don't know why some people lie, people
The reason is to try to the music of our
Okay, let's move over to a bit of rock steady from Duke Reed. This is Lonely Street by the Conquerors, recorded in 1968.
Where is that place called Lonely Street? Where is that place called Lonely Street? My baby ran away because of jealousy when she lost her little way and that lonely street. So tell me please, where is that place called Lonely Street? Where is that place called Lonely Street? Now just because she saw me with another girl, that's why she ran away and that lonely street. Now if I could find the place called Lonely Street, if I could find the place called Lonely Street. My baby ran away because of jealousy, and she lost her little way in that lonely street. So tell me please, where is that place called Lonely Street? Where is that place called Lonely Street? Where is that place called Lonely Street?
I'm playing this from one of the 45s I picked up in Nairobi, which are all kind of reissues of some Duke Reid classics. Let's flip it and play the B-side, which is another classic. It's called Don't Play That Song. It's by the Moving Brothers, put out in 1966.
Song for me, it brings back memories, yeah, of days that I once knew, the days that I spent with you. Oh no, don't let it play, it fills my heart with pain. Please stop it right away.
This version by the Moving Brothers, produced by Duke Reid, was actually a cover of a Benny King version, which was first put out in 1962. It was also later covered by Aretha Franklin in 1970. Needless to say, the Rocksteady version, in my mind, is the best one.
You told me you cared. You said I love you, darling. Almost anywhere. Don't you know that? Darling, I love you. You know that you lie. Darling, I love you. You know that you lie. Darling, I love you. You know that you lie. You lie. You lie, lie. Stop it, baby,
You're listening to U-Jah-Siri
Riddim Sessions. Beautiful track. Alright, let's go back to Jah Wush and play his 92 version of a really classic track, Tata Masagana, which was originally written by the Abyssinians. It's got a great dub, and then I'm going to play a Augustus Pablo dub.
There is a land far, far away. I know that. Where there's no night, there's only day. Tell me about it. Look into the book of life and you will see that there's a land far, far away. That there's a land far, far away. The King of Kings and the Lords of Lords. Zion sit upon his throne and he rules us all. Look into the book of life and you will see that he rules us all. Yeah. That he rules us all. Can we say on your but no born ya? Cause if your mama never born ya, good gosh. Cause if your papa never born ya, and you a African, as I would say, and you a African, as I would tell you, half free, and you a African, as I would say. Now who live
bond is strong and the rules are solved.
Lion, Zion.
Look into the book of life and you will see
So you got
that
to be a humble lion to walk in among Zion.
rules are solved. Yeah, that's
And then I got to be pure and equal right around the eyes spread full of the people that will really say.
And to the north, back north, and to the south, the back. Sell my son from afar, and my daughter from the ends of the earth. Even everyone that was one of Jah.
Okay, so this is the dub from the Jah-Wush Dubplate Specials album from '92, to be followed by Augustus Pablo. Okay, now I'm going to play the King Tubby Augustus Pablo version from their King Tubby Rockers Meets Rockers Uptown album from 1976. This is called Sata Dub.
Yeah.
Glorious things have been spoken of your city of God. I'll make mention to Rahab and Babylon to them that know I.
Just awesome. Alright, let's drop something a little bit more recent now. Next up is a track by Ted Soroto in collaboration with Scientist. It's called Yanira and it came out in 2013 and it's got a great dub version too.
On a cold hot floor, didn't know what to do. Knocked to my knees by love, I was down on my luck. Wasn't looking for no miracles, just some help to get up. Then one magic night, she happened my way. Her smile pierced through my clouds and her love just blew me away. Every single day I will cherish you. Yanira, you took my hand, led me right into the promised land. Yanira, baby it's true. Every single day I will cherish you. Yanira, you took my hand, led me right into the promised land. Wasn't looking for another love, but what could I say? She satisfied my heart and mind in every way. People said don't do it, man, it's not what it seems. I told them that my heart don't lie, this woman stepped out of a dream. When I held her in my arms, I couldn't let go. Now I call this girl my wife and her love has captured my soul. Yanira, baby it's true, every single day I will cherish you. Yanira, you took my hand, led me right into the promised land. Yanira, baby it's true, every single day I will cherish you. Yanira, you took my hand, led me right single day I will cherish you. Got nearer when you took my hand, led me right into the promised land.
And here's the dub version. You're near a dub.
You're listening to U-Jah-Siri
Riddim Session.
You're listening to U-Jah-Siri
Riddim Session.
You're listening to U-Jah-Siri
Riddim Session.
Okay, folks, we're coming to the end of our session, so I'm going to leave you with a couple of dub plates from Augustus Pablo. Now, this track is kind of interesting because it's a 45 I'm playing it from, which is labeled 555 Crown Street, which is a very well-known Augustus Pablo track, but that is actually not the track that it's playing, so it's mislabeled. This is a version of Jacob Miller's Keep On Knocking, which is a really classic from the early 70s rockers period. So we're going to have 3 dub versions of this rather classic track to see us out. Enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to flip this 45. It's a real shame that I don't actually know what the correct titles of these versions are, but it is a classical Augustus Pablo track. Enjoy. Okay folks, I'm going to leave you with a last version. I do know what this track is called. It's called Keep On Dubbing. It's the Augustus Pablo King Tubby collaboration on their classic album King Tubby Meets Rockers Uptown from '76, which we've been looking at in this session. I hope you've enjoyed the session. If you're in Johannesburg, do come down on Wednesdays. I'm playing a session with Nowist, a regular weekly slot called Rhythm, every Wednesday 6 to 8 at Hell's Kitchen in Melville. Alright, have courage, stay strong. One people, one world, one life.
You're listening to U-Jah-Siri
U-Jah-Siri Riddim Session.
Do you read me loud and clear?